Moving on to some more Doctor Who news. We're actually on a roll today. We found something worse, everyone, than SJWs, ruining the fandom with their equality. We found something worse, Tristan. Amazon leaked the next episode of Doctor Who, and BBC is apparently looking for the future victim. They're looking for the person that they've released Daleks, they've released Cybermen. Apparently, the BBC will find them and will find their body parts later. So,
it's funny.
What?
I know there's probably absolutely no correlation or anything like that. But
okay.
It's kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
That I looked at some of the comments in the article that you showed me. It's like they couldn't get the previous episode, Kerblam, to run, but they got next week's episode already.
That's interesting. So yeah, probably someone just flipped the wrong switch.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. But no, because here's the thing. The reason why I'm making casual jokes about murder is simply due to the fact that at first, before we began the podcast, I said to Tristan, I was like, what are they gonna do? Like, you can't really do a power play on Amazon. Like, we're gonna do like, oh, we'll take everything off the platform, and Amazon will be like, okay. Like, what are you gonna really do? But then I remembered we're dealing with the BBC here.
Right.
They used to film using nitrate. They're gonna light them up. Whoever they find, this is not going to be pretty because because of that leak. I would imagine that it's out there and you can just watch it. Now, thankfully, when this clip comes out on our YouTube channel, it will already have aired potentially on BBC, both America and over there across the pond. So it's not like we're just revealing this and telling you guys where to get it, because we're not. But, it's funny. We can tell you where to get it, Amazon Prime. However, they've clearly removed, like, they shut it down the second they realized their error. But the sad thing is, because we're living in the age that we're living in, which is good in many respects, but in other respects it is frustrating, obviously this thing has been ripped, and it's probably online somewhere to download. Because the second Amazon put it out there, people were like, wait a minute, we shouldn't be seeing this right now. And I'm sure nobody sat there and was just like, well, I guess there's nothing we can do. I'm sure some people, went a little crazy. So, do you think someone's going to die over this, Tristan? Because I'm a little nervous. I think that we're going to hear about some shady BBC stuff. And
somebody put into a malfunctioning escape pod?
Yeah, no, definitely. Which, by the way, Tristan,
yeah.
You're very interested in space pods this episode. Is there something you want to tell us? Have you been working on a secret project without my knowledge? Is there?
Possibly.
All right, because...
Check your backyard.
What was that? You're right above the Earth?
I said check your backyard.
Oh, excellent. There were tomatoes growing there. Now I'm going to die. Excellent, thank you. So...
I thought for sure you were going to look at me and be like, dude, I don't have... What the hell are you talking about?
That's another thing, too. I have to talk to my landlord about that. It's not my backyard. So... But all jokes aside, though, do you think someone's going to die? I'm not... That's all jokes aside. I'm thinking that someone's going to get majorly fired over this, because the BBC is I would argue, a rather big partner with Amazon Prime, because they don't just... Because I'm under the impression they don't just give them Doctor Who. They probably give them Sherlock and, Merlin, a bunch of other shows as well. So... You don't want to piss off the BBC, but either way, Tristan, what's your take on this? I mean, thank you for that, by the way, telling me about the Kablam thing. So yeah, you just think that someone pushed the wrong button?
Yeah, no, it was probably just an honest mistake, but I kind of laughed thinking about the link. I don't know, just personally seeing the parallels between Kablam and a company like Amazon. I'm like, did Amazon not want the new secret project coming out? It's like, no, they're onto us. They know. We can't let this episode air.
That's actually really funny. Where Amazon... Amazon hears about, Amazon's like, oh, so you guys made fun of major corporations who are making bids to put their factories on the moon. Okay, guess maybe your episode gets leaked a little bit too quickly. I don't know.
Right, yeah.
Maybe make another episode about Kablam, and maybe some more episodes get leaked. I don't know. Oh, BBC's like, we will sue you for millions of dollars. Amazon's like, oh, that's adorable. You're so cute.
Yeah, right.
Like, oh, you need the millions of dollars? Here. I use this to wipe my ass. So I wonder if. Thank you, Jeff Bezos.
Okay.
Either way, I'm just saying, if someone isn't going to get murdered as retaliation, yeah, it is funny to think about the fact that the second they made an episode that's pretty much about Amazon, it not only can't be seen, but then the next episode is leaked.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Just a little too funny.
Yeah. What I think, though, is it's interesting because I wonder why they even have all of the episodes in advance. Like, I know that it's interesting because with Amazon Video in general, you have to, like, if we wanted to release some of our reviews on Amazon Video, we'd have to send them all of the reviews at once, let's say 12 for, like, one season, and then they'd be thrown out at the same time. Normally, even though some bigger creators, like Angry Video Game Nerd, has his episodes released on a weekly basis, normally it's give everything at once, and then that'll be put out. Right? But of course, the BBC being the BBC, they're going to talk to them about it, and Amazon's going to be like, all right, fine. And then I assume they roll it out like this. Because I didn't know that Amazon was rolling out a lot of stuff like this now. I thought they were still with that Netflix model of we only do 12 at once, or 13 or 22, whatever the season is, at once.
Right.
I didn't know that they actually rolled them out weekly.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe this might make BBC potentially change their outlook on either Amazon, or they could go, listen, man, we're going to give you these, but like only a few days before or something.
Right, yeah.
Because I'm assuming BBC is sweating, because even though they have been doing well ratings-wise, you don't want to take a ratings hit over piracy.
Yeah.
Due to one of your legal partners. And yeah, they give the BBC money, don't get me wrong. But you don't want that on you. Like, you don't want to sit there and be like, great, now our U.S. advertisers on TV are pissed. People aren't really watching this in the UK, on BBC, like on their channel. So now all of a sudden, they're just sitting there like, great. So people can find this in beautiful quality, because they don't look like, shit on Amazon Prime.
Right.
Amazing quality off of Amazon Prime. Or, if people actually got through the entire episode, well, they watched it on Prime.
Yeah.
So I want to see, I can't wait for us to do the podcast in a few weeks from now, or in 2 weeks from now, because I'm going to try to make note of this, and so we can actually talk about if the ratings dipped due to this story. Because that would be very interesting to see, if people actually cared, or if this was just like an internet nerd thing, and like us, and most of the people who are watching Doctor Who, they're not privy to all of this. Like, yes, this got out, like it's in the news, but obviously Amazon has fixed this issue, so maybe it was only to a select couple hundred people who just so happened to look for Kablam and then found this.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Anything you want to say before we wrap this one up?
I think I'm good.
Alright, Escape Pod. So, I want to hear what you guys have to say down below. Do you think this is going to affect ratings? Do you think it's not going to affect ratings? Do you care either way? Have you already tuned out of Doctor Who and this was like, oh, this is interesting, this is a strange piece of news? So, we'd love to hear what you guys have to say. I want to see what happens in the future. Are we going to have Amazon versus BBC a la King Kong versus Godzilla? Tell us who you think would roar at the end. I don't know what their sounds would be. Would it be like a TARDIS sound versus a...
Oh my god.
Versus Alexa. That's what it would be. TARDIS sounds versus Alexa. Tell me who you think would have the last roar in the comment section down below.